Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing you a walkthrough on my daily routine for a natural look. Now what you have is the most natural look. I am wearing only sunscreen and face moisturizer. So this is what I look like without makeup on. Now, a few things that I try to accomplish with a natural look are slight coverage. I don't want anything too heavy. I definitely want to emphasize my eyes, my eyebrows, and just kind of have like that dewy look that's very popular right now. Like I said, I'm a mother, so I'm on the go and do not have a lot of time, so an easy natural look is very important to me, and also one that doesn't take too much time. So that's what I'm doing today. So what I'm going to be working on kind of covering are, you kind of see I have some darker spots here, which I got during my pregnancy. Hormone changes cause a few dark patches. I'm working on getting rid of those right now, but I also have some sun damage on my face and just, you know, overall some uneven tones. Very natural. So I like to just do some light coverage for that, work on my eyebrows, a little bit of shadow, some mascara, and lip gloss. And that's and some bronzer. That's basically where I'm going to end it today. So this is super quick. So what I like for my foundation is a brand I just came across trying for the first time, which I'm a major fan of now, Jones Road. So Jones Road is a company created and owned by Bobbi Brown, who had her own cosmetic company called Bobbi Brown Cosmetics until she sold them a couple of years ago. And now she has her own company again, Jones Road, and I'm a huge fan. This is not sponsored, by the way. These are just products I use that I like. So none of these products are sponsoring today. This is just what's in my makeup drawer. So what I'm going to start with first is a little bit of a part of the Jones Road collection as well. A little bit of it's called a face pencil from Jones Road. And this is like a light concealer, which I really am a huge fan of. It is very subtle, not thick at all. And I just kind of place it where I need a little extra help. As a mom, I struggle with sleep sometimes, so I always have some dark circles, but I just like to work on filling that space in, and I will probably touch up again here later, but I like to just give this a good little base. It is definitely lighter than my natural skin tone, but that is I guess that's the goal with concealer. You just want it slightly lighter. So I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. There's a little too much on my finger, so it's kind of getting, oh Jesus, it's getting everywhere now. Well, the truth is, I broke the top. I put the top on too hard. Now I smushed the top, so normally you're supposed to be able to dab as you need, but that's not happening now since I smushed it. So I'm just gonna put this down, work what I have in here around a couple of my darker spots also that I want to cover, or just give a little extra coverage to. I learned years ago about how to apply any kind of makeup to your delicate under eye skin area. You're supposed to treat it like tissue paper, literally like tissue paper that you would put in a gift bag. Treat it as delicately as that, because the skin is easy to pull, easy to tear, and cause damage too. So just be very gentle. I always just do a tapping motion. I don't pull too hard. Be gentle with yourself. So again, I'm working on the darker spots. I have allergies right now, so under my nose is a little redder than normal. Treat that a little bit. Okay, that's pretty much good. I'm just running errands today. This is not going to be a full makeup situation, so I just want to show you how I get a quick natural look. This Jones Road comes in like an open vat of foundation, but I don't want to put my fingers in there, so I'm going to use my clean makeup brush, my powder brush, and just dab the lid a tiniest amount. See, there's literally just like a dab of it on there, and then I'm going to dab it around my face and then brush it in, and kind of like a swirling motion. I am using, like I said, just a dab from the top from the top of the container, and that is basically all I'm going to use. I like this foundation a lot, actually. I just started using it. It has a slight perfume to it. Actually, it's not slight, it's pretty significant, but it doesn't bother me. I like it. It smells fancy. So as I mentioned, I just kind of go in circles. Small circles are all around my face, on the eyelid. Might need a little bit more dab. I love this foundation too because it is extremely moisture rich. I was on the hunt for a new foundation recently because I'm in my mid-40s and my skin is getting a little drier than it ever has. And so, especially on my forehead and like the thinner parts of your skin versus the cheeks, I tend to have a combination skin profile, which is slightly oily in the T-zone, which is down the forehead, nose, chin, and across your cheeks. And then I'm pretty much dry everywhere else. So I need moisture. And I also don't like wearing a full face of makeup anymore. Those years are probably behind me, or just for special occasions or a fun time. So I am all about keeping it light and bright on the face. But I want to look done. I want to be able to put makeup on and leave the house and feel like I put myself together, even if it's just to run a few errands. So pretty good here. A little bit more on the eyes. Gonna leave that. Gonna move on to the next step. No more foundation. And now I'm gonna do a quick powder once over. I like the MAC Studio Fix. It is light, airy, gives you a nice matte finish, and you barely feel it, and it kind of helps set the rest of the makeup. So I do a little dab now, and I'll do a little dab at the end just to kind of set it even more. I use the same brush, and I'm just gonna do another sweeping motion across my face, all along the eyelids, cheekbones, a little bit down the neck, because you want to make sure you kind of blend the foundation and the powder. So I'm just going to sweep over with the powder, just help it set a little bit. And if you kind of notice, what I love about this foundation is that I still look dewy, even with powder on. I still have like a dewiness, which is like young and fresh, and I really love it. Definitely the style I'm going for. So now I am going to work on what I consider might be my most important step. What I like to do is my eyebrows. So I only recently started getting into eyebrows, which sounds, I don't even know what that sounds like, but I know they're very big right now, and I am not going back. I love zhuzhing up these eyebrows. I don't get them shaped. I probably should, but I don't. So this is what they look like with just my own tweezing, and I love to shape them. So what I'm gonna do is I get like this is one of my old brow pencil brushes, but I like this brush at the end, and what I do is I spray it a little bit with hairspray, and the hairspray that I use is Sebastian Shaper, which I'm a huge fan. It's super light. Sprayed a little bit on the brush, and then I brush my eyebrows up. The hairspray kind of helps to hold the brow hairs in place. I don't know when I started using that little trick, but I'm a huge fan of it. It works, so I continue to do it. So we got that one done. Now I'm gonna do the other side, spray it again, and go up. You wanna get all the hairs kind of going in the same direction. I don't like that stand-up look with my eyebrows, so I will end up taming this as we go along, but I do like them all in one direction. Them all going north. Okay, so now I'm going to use what is currently my favorite eyebrow pencil, Urban Decay Brush Brow Blade. I'm a huge fan. It's two sides. One side is a waterless pencil, which is what I'm going to use right now, and then the other side is an ink stain, which you can kind of use, which kind of has like a tip that you can use to make little hairs where you want them. So this is my favorite so far. I've tried a couple. I'm still going to try others, but this is where I am right now. So now I'm just going to work my eyebrows, draw at the bottom. I do not like a heavy hand with my eyebrows. What I do is I basically just fill in the trouble areas. I fill in, do a somewhat defined line at the top and the bottom, less at the top, more at the bottom, and then I like to add a little extra on the end. I was told once by a makeup artist that you kind of want your end of your eyebrows to kind of be in line with the corner of your eye, kind of like in that general area, so that's what I aim for. Like I said, I want something natural. I don't want it to look too dramatic, but I definitely like the shape that a full eyebrow gives you. So I'll do that, fill in just a little bit more. This part is always a little tricky for me because I like a natural look. This part right here, it takes a lot of practice. I have to kind of do like an arm over the head, pull the forehead up a little bit. I'm so focused. It takes a lot of attention, but I don't want it to be too dramatic. I want it to be natural. So like I said, just fill in, liking the difference. See the difference a little brow pencil makes? And then we'll use the other side, which is the ink stain. You can kind of see the tip there is fine, and it like gives you a nice little tip. So I like to kind of define the edge here just to kind of soften it out. A few extra spots that need a little extra help. See, it's a little darker, but I like it. So then I use the brush again, the same one that you use the hairspray, and just kind of blend it a little. This way you can get any kind of spots that you had a darker hand on, blend it out. There we go. So now the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go back to the pencil. Again, you kind of want to line it up a little bit, and makeup artist also told me one day, you want the inner corner of your eye to kind of line up with the end of your eyebrow on the inside. So kind of get, that's like the general rule of thumb, right around there. You don't want them to be perfect. I don't want them to be perfect, I'll say, because life isn't, they don't normally look perfect, but we're completely symmetrical, but I want it close. I find that eyebrow pencil does wonders for my finished look. So I am not going back. I love it. Go back to the ink stain tip, fill in the end there a little bit. All right, a little bit on the inside, and then I am done. Smooth that out. Looks good, looks good. I always like to check my makeup in different light. So right now I'm in front of my phone with a nice light around it. Looks good. I check it in another light, further away, close up, just to kind of see how it looks in the different angles. And that helps me decide if I'm done or not. And now I'm jumping into finishing my eyes. So what I like to do is very natural, very simple. And what I'm going to use right now is a very old color palette I have for NYX. Super inexpensive. I think I bought this thing for less than $5. And it has 16 different colors. You can see I've used it a lot. And what I like to do is a more pinky matte, no shimmer shadow. Not the lightest, which is what this one is. This one's a little yellow. This one is darker with glitter, and it's like a darker taupe. And then this one is like a pinky, it's like a light beige color. Fits my skin tone. So I'm gonna use this on the base of my eyelid, going all the way up to the brow, all the way there. Yes, fill it in. It kind of gives it a softness, a little bit of color, but nothing dramatic. And like I said, I go in all around the lid, all the way to the top. Now I'm gonna go with a slightly darker in the same palette. This one is like I don't know, it's like a pinky brown, I guess. Super, super light. No, not too dark. All the colors in this row I use a lot. This one is a matte. The one I'm using right now is a matte, so there's no shine, but there's a similar color with iridescence that I might use another day, maybe not. Like I said, I'm just running errands today. I'm casual. I'm in yoga. I'm in workout clothes. Nothing fancy. So I'm going to use just a subtle color, a slightly darker than the one I'm using. Put it in the crease. And I know it looks kind of crazy. I got a little spillage over here. We'll fix that later. But right now I'm just getting the color on my eyelid, and then I'll blend it. Do the same thing with the other eye. Just get it on the eye, in the crease. I don't like to get it on the lid. I like to leave the lid the lighter color and just get this in the crease. So now that was with my eyeshadow blending brush, but now I'm going to grab a fuller blending brush, which is a little bit bigger and a little fluffier, if you can kind of see that. Gonna get the same color, use the color already on my eye, and blend in circular motions. Just blend to your heart's content, getting a little under your eye, keep blending. So this color is so subtle, it's not a huge deal if you get it where you don't want it. It's easy to fix. As you can kind of see, it just gives you a little shadow, softens you up a little bit, no big deal. Okay, that eye looks okay. Do the same thing with the other eye, keep blending in circular motions. All right, going in the right direction. I'm gonna do this one more time on each side just to give myself a little bit of extra checking out the color and different lights. All right, that's as dark as I want it. Like I said, I'm running errands, nothing special today. But I want to look done. I want to have my makeup done. That way I feel good. That way when I walk outside, I feel good and I don't feel like I just rolled out of bed or just chased a toddler all afternoon. So, okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of highlighter. So what I have is very inexpensive Wet n Wild Hello Megaglo. Okay, this was again like $3. So I'm gonna get the highlighter color, and then there's the blush color. I'm gonna get a little highlighter color with my finger and dab it on the top of the eyelid, just a little bit. Give you a little extra glow, no big deal, no one's getting hurt. Get a little bit under the arch of your brow, that'll kind of help emphasize it. And the great thing is, if you use your finger instead of a brush, it's easier to control, I have found. Some people like to put it at the corner of their eye. If you're feeling wild and you want to do that, knock yourself out. I'll do it just for funsies. A little bit of the corner. Okay, so now I will go ahead and do some mascara. One of the other very important aspects of my makeup routine. So I always get that eyelash curler, and the mascara that I'm in love with right now is a drugstore, grocery store brand, L'Oreal Double Extend. This is what I'm using right now. There you go. All right, so curl these babies. I recently saw a trick to getting really curly eyelashes that I never did before, because I always felt like my curler was never really working. And the key is to hold it down. Make sure you're holding it down with good, and then kind of smush it. You see how I'm kind of clicking it back and forth together? That way it kind of curl. Ooh, already can tell the difference, and I haven't even put it on yet. So what I like about this mascara, there's several things I like about it, but it has a, what do they call it? A step 1, which is kind of like a base. So this coats your eyelashes, it's white, it gives you a little bit of base, and then the mascara sits on top of it. So I guess this is supposed to be for like extending, because this brand is called Double Extending Mascara. It kind of gives your eyelashes a coat, makes them a little longer, and then you put your mascara on top of it. So I'm gonna let that dry a sec. And do the other side, giving it some time. Double click, click, click. Already better. So I think it's pretty obvious. These are my eyelashes. I don't have extensions. I don't have anything fancy. This is just me. Again, with that coat, just to help your eyelashes get long. And then the second is the mascara. One of the other things I really like about this mascara is that when you wipe it off at the end of the night or wash it off your face, it doesn't like collect under your eyes like other mascaras do because of that base coat. It literally comes off in strips as it dries on your eyelash. So it is extremely user-friendly. It is perfect for my mom life. And as a mom of a young toddler, I'm always looking for ways to free up my time a little bit so I can do other things. I love it. I love this mascara. It's super inexpensive. I think it's around $7. And overall, it is a very nice mascara. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So we've got the mascara. Now I'm gonna do a little bronzer. I love my blush brush here. I have some bronzer. This is a Mary Kay bronzer I've had for 15 years. I think it's gonna outlive me at this point. You shake it up, has these bronzer beads inside, and I get whatever bronzer dust is on the cap. I dab it with my brush, and I apply it in a circular motion like I did my foundation, and I start at the apple of my cheek. I brush up and then down the side of my face and the side of my chin. So I like the way this looks because it kind of gives your face like a frame. Do a little bit on the forehead, just a little bit. I do not overdo the bronzer because I am not tan. I just want a nice little subtle shadow for the day, a little soft glow. And I like this bronzer too because it has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it gives you a little sparkle. Again, I just a little on the nose. Okay, not too shabby. Good with the bronzer. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of blush from the pack that I told you about. And the name of this pack, this is my Hello Halo Megaglo Brush blush highlighter. Does it? Okay, and the color for this one is Highlight Bling. I'll leave the products in the description in case you're interested. These are very inexpensive. I think my foundation cost more than everything else combined by far. But I'll leave all that in the descriptions below so that you can find it if you want. So for the blush, I like a little peachy blush. I put it just on the front apples of my cheeks, right on the front of my cheekbone. I like it just like right here. I do not go up. I let the bronzer do its job. Put a little bit more like on the top of my forehead, on my nose and chin. And now I like to just dab a little bit of highlighter. So I'm gonna get a little bit more highlighter with my brush and go right at the top here. And that's it. I do not add more than that. Just a little. And if you want to be wild, add some to your nose. Gives you a little bit of extra glow. All right. So this usually takes me about 10 minutes to do. I top it off with my favorite lip gloss, which right now is Rimmel London's Stay Glossy. I get this at CVS or Walgreens. I think it's Walgreens now. Lots of different colors, all neutral, and it's like $6. Okay. That's my final look. This is what my natural makeup routine is almost every single day. If I'm gonna do a little bit of heavier, if I wanna go out or go to work, sometimes I'll put a little bit of an eyeliner on with eyeshadow, and I can do that in a different video, and kind of give my eyes a little drama with a cat eye. But other than that, this is the base of what I'm doing. It looks finished, it looks clean, it looks classic. I can leave the house with confidence and run a whole day feeling great. So this is it. Like I said, I'll put all cosmetic links in the description below, and if you found this video helpful and are interested in more content like this, please subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate it. Thanks.